systemically, it just goes on and on and on. And because of this, you grow up thinking that, there's a burden for you being successful. Now, whether that's right or wrong, it's like somebody said on one of the shows that I was watching, because I'm really trying to learn more about this, would have taken, this black guy says, all it would have taken is for one grown man to come to me and say, there's a path for you. Go do this, go do that. Instead, these kids typically stay in these neighborhoods, these predominantly black neighborhoods where people are predominantly poorer than their white counterparts. They go to schools where it's predominantly black, where you're getting an education that's predominantly less than what your white counterparts are getting. The opportunities are predominantly less than what your white counterparts are getting. And you get into this cycle where you feel like you're never getting out of it. You're never getting out of what's going on. That is the start of the systemic racism. And to deny that, for white people to deny that, is you're just choosing to deny it. And anyways, I don't know where I started with this, but I could be homeless. The choices that I made, the choices that I was allowed to make, the opportunities that opened up to me to get out of that fucking hellhole I was raised in, many of those choices were just because I just couldn't have it. That couldn't be my story. I wouldn't let that be my story. So there's 4 sisters, and we all felt that same way, like, fucking, that's rear view mirror shit. But black people cannot have their history be rear view mirror shit. They just can't, because it's around every corner, it's at every turn. And couple that with what is obviously police brutality in many, many, many cases, and crimes against the black community because they're black, makes it hard for them to get out. And white people who are entrepreneurial in spirit or have gotten a leg up or created their own success cannot relate to not being able to do that. You can't understand it. That's okay. You don't have the capacity to understand it because you've never walked in black skin. It's okay not to have a reference point. That doesn't mean that you deny that it exists, because it fucking exists. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you can understand it or not. I remember a long time ago, my sister told me this. I was saying something about one of my kids, whatever, something like, she blah, 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 blah. And I said to my sister, and I just don't understand it. Like, I have no reference point for this. This is so foreign to me. And she said to me, just because you don't understand it doesn't make it less real. And that hit me like right between the eyes, like, fuck, no shit. So my children are going to have experiences that I never had, that maybe I can't understand because I don't have a touch point for that. It doesn't mean that it's not real. It doesn't mean that it's less valid. It doesn't mean that it's less important. And I changed my thinking in that moment. Now, of course, I never thought that I was going to apply that to race. But when you think about it, it applies to race. Just because I don't have a touch point for, racial inequities, just because I can't understand what it must feel like to get pulled over and think there's a potential you're going to die, just because I can't understand it doesn't mean it's not fucking real. So all I'm asking for everyone to do is to just open your mind. If your mind is open, maybe your mind will talk to your heart and your heart can be open. Okay? That's what I'm thinking. And those are your instructions. And then that's all. I'm not doing anything today except going to get an ultrasound. I have some shit going down. Whatever. My fucking body hates me. It hates me. Why would it hate me? Look at me. I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm funny. I'm got a lot of shit going on. Why does my body hate me? Can I trade this fucker in for something else? I don't know. I can't. I don't think I can. I'm just going to have to deal with what I got, which I guess is like how black people feel. They can't trade their skin in for something else. They just got to deal with what they have. And in order to do that, you got to stay strong. You got to advocate for yourself. You got to know what you know and go where you want to go. okay? Walk a mile in those shoes. All right, love you guys. Bye.